Father Dave, what are you doing, buddy?
Man, hanging out, drinking coffee. It's the first day of Easter holidays here for me.
I
And I
dig it,
thought
man.
I could sleep in or I could get up real fucking early, drink coffee, and look at your beautiful face. And look at you. You're a big, hairy fucking
Oh,
man
the
here.
Hara, the Hara.
How are you, brother? You look like you're in a tour
um,
bus.
yeah, doing great, man. Yeah, we're hanging out in the sub right now. We just got done rolling with the Montreal chapter last night. They were great.
Giddy up. Giddy up. How's the
Yep,
price of
good
fuel in
times.
Canada at the moment, bro?
Yeah, it was great, man. We had a blast last night.
Giddy up, man. Giddy up. Bloody great record, man. An appropriately titled record for the times that we live in, too, Zakk. Engines of Demolition. Oh,
And I appreciate it, man. Thanks, brother.
name and
Glad to
blood
have it.
is,
Glad to finally have it out. We
yeah,
had what I think probably a year and a half ago or more than that, we put out the Gallows. That was the first song. So between the Gallows, Lord Humongous, Broken and Blind, Name and Blood, and now we're at with Ozzy song. So yeah, I mean, actually enjoyed the whole process of it taking this long. Because this way people get a chance to actually digest some of the record.
exactly. Yeah, and the film clip for Lord Humongous haunts my fucking dreams too, just quietly.
Yeah, that was I couldn't stop pissing and crapping my pants on that one, crying and laughing, man. That was a lot of fun.
Name and Blood is I'm a big fan of track listing on records, particularly opening tracks as well. And Name and Blood is one of the best opening tracks I've heard on a record in recent times, possibly ever as well. And for me, I think possibly one of the greatest songs you've written and recorded with Black Label Society as well.
I appreciate it, man. Thanks, brother. Just sweet, just only was it got two parts.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's actually even got less parts than Stillborn. So yeah, we're down to two parts. You got the verse and the chorus, and that's it. Then we go home.
Sometimes simplicity is the greatest part of life.
It's the truth, man. It's the
And you
truth.
think, where do you go from a song like that on a record too? But it just keeps kicking. It just keeps kicking. Gather of Souls, pedal to the floor. The record, it doesn't really fuck around, and it just keeps going until the softer end of the record as well.
I dig it, bro. I mean, so I mean, it's like I said. I mean, the whole songwriting process on this thing. Usually when we get together, it'd be like Dave. If I managed you, and you're working on a new record, it's just like you're like Zakk. How much time do I have before the fellas get out here? I go, well, you got about a month. Then the guys will be out here for about 10 days or whatever, at the Vatican. And you're like, all right, well, I got a month to write a record. So that, like you got the guitar behind you. Just pick it up every day while you're having coffee. Write some riffs that you're happy with, whether it's Name and Blood or Gather of Souls or whatever. Pedal to the floor, whatever you're jamming. And usually it's always within that. And then the guys come out and you start tracking these ideas. You record them on your phone or whatever, and then you record it with the guys, and then come up with some melodies, write some lyrics, and do the solos, and then the record's done. But like you said, this one we started working on this album probably 2022. We recorded the record, had it ready to go while I was doing Pantera Celebration with the fellas, and then we did that for a year, a little bit over a year and a half. Got together, wrote, recorded a whole bunch of new songs. Then went out for another year with Pantera Celebration with the fellas. Went back to the Black Vatican, recorded more stuff with the fellas. Went back out again. So it was like that, the process over 3.5, 4 years. So obviously, like Ozzy's song, then Pedal to the Floor, those are like the last,
Yeah.
because those songs are both about Ozzy. So wrote those two. Obviously, Vaz didn't pass away. I'm obviously not writing those lyrics. So,
Yeah.
but, but but like from the Gallows up until where we're at right now, that you're talking about, I mean, the singles and the videos have been out almost over a year and a half, 2 years ago.
Yeah, it is. It
I've
is
never
almost.
done a like I've never done a record like this before.
Yeah, it is a hugely different process to you. Do you, I wonder. I wonder when you're constantly working. You're always in some kind of outfit, or you're always writing, or recording, or performing. Do you play guitar for pleasure still? Does it still sit with you at home when you're just in your quiet moments? Do you play guitar outside, or do you just do it for your own personal pleasure, or is it
Yeah,
become?
I pretty much play every day when I'm home. Yeah, I mean all the time. So whether I'm sitting there just noodling, when I wake up in the morning, just have some espresso, hanging out with my girlfriend of 83 years and the pups, with the dogs, and having some Odin Force, like me and you hanging out right now, sit at the kitchen table and just run scales, and just jam. I'm just playing licks and things like that. Or if I, want to go jam in my gym at the house, in the iron den, I have my amp in there and I'll just sit in there with all the weights and I'll write. And it's always the riffs, between Lord Iommi, Jimmy Page, Richie Blackmore, Eric Clapton with Cream and everything like that. Like that's like Mount Riffmore.
Yeah,
Whether it's Sunshine of Your Love, Whole Lot of Love, Into the Void, Smoke on the Water. It, like and like you said, the simplicity of those riffs are just genius. And they're just amazing and they're inspiring and they're endless. I mean, they're inspiration. Every time I hear them, I'm just inspired.
I remember when I was a kid, whenever I was in trouble with dad, he'd just start playing the riff to Smoke on the Water, just to let me know I was about to get an ass whipping.
Now, apparently, you have amazing memories connected to Smoke on the Water. No, Zach, don't play that one. A
Don't play
beating is
that,
coming.
please. No, Daddy, no. No. I love that you mentioned some of those legendary guitarists and the fact that you sit alongside them as well. We'll talk about Ozzy's song in a sec, but I was chatting with a friend recently about one of the great things about Ozzy was his ability to find musicians and work with some great musicians to extract even greater things from him. Tony Iommi, Randy Rhoads, yourself. Do you often think about the fact that you sit atop Mount Riffmore with all these incredible musicians?
I mean, the way I look at it is it's a fraternity, being an Ozzy guitar player. I mean, like in Ozzy song in the video, I made sure I put Bernie Torme in there, Brad Gillis, Jake, Joe Holmes, and Gus. Because it's to me it's a fraternity. Like we all wore that uniform and we played for the team. You know what I mean? Whether it was like the New York Yankees or Manchester United, you played for the team. You know what I mean? So, and you wore that, and you were honored to wear that uniform. That's the way I always looked at it.
Ozzy's song is some incredibly poignant and personal songwriting. Did it just fall out of you, as it were?
Um, well, yeah, obviously, I mean, after we laid Oz to rest, when I got home, I sat in our library at the house, and when I got back home to California, and I put the headphones on. Probably, I had the music written a little while ago, during this whole time writing all these songs, but and I was happy with the way the music came out. And I just put the headphones on, and I was actually looking at a book of Ozzy we have in our little library thing, and yeah, and I just wrote the lyrics right there, and then the book fell out of the bookshelf, hit me in the head, fell on the ground, and I looked at the book. I looked at Ozzy. I heard this voice from above, and it was like, "Zuck, go make me a ham sandwich and go light on the Coleman's mustard. But make sure you wash your hands before you make that sandwich." So I did. I washed my hands and I made the sandwich and went light on the Coleman's head, which I was doing since 1987. So there's that.
Nice. Oh, goodness gracious.
I was like, thanks for the lyrics. He goes, no problem. Now go make my sandwich. He's the best.
The last gig in Birmingham would have been incredibly surreal as a massive Black Sabbath fan. I mean, obviously you spent a lot of time with Ozzy, but 1 minute you're on stage playing Sabbath with Pantera, next minute you're back standing beside Ozzy, playing those final songs. I'd imagine those will be the moments that you'll think about in your final days.
And to make it even more surreal, after I got done playing with the boss, I had my purple kilt on, kilt again, for Sabbath, to honor Sabbath. And I was walking off stage and Axl was there. And Axl's like, Zakk, what are you doing, man? I was like, oh, what's going on, bro? So I haven't seen him in a little bit. And I told him, guns sounded great. And I was like, bro, you sounded great, man. He goes, oh, thanks, bro. He goes, it sounded great seeing you playing with Oz or whatever. I go, well, I got the kilt on because you haven't been wearing it lately. So somebody's got to represent between me and Jonathan from Korn. So, but we watched Sabbath. It was me, Axl, my girlfriend, Barbara Ann, and mom. There was all four of us sitting there watching Sabbath. So as if it wasn't surreal enough, I was sitting there watching them with Axl. That was great.
And I believe Axel and Ozzy finally got to meet as well, which was a big.
Yeah, Oz is hilarious. He's like, I can't believe I met Axl Rose. I really met Axl Rose. So great. Oh, he's the best, man.
A lot of time with Pantera in recent years. Benante said recently he'd love to do a live album. Do you think that could possibly happen? Is the book of Pantera closed? Do you think there's still maybe some stuff left to write with those guys?
Oh, whatever Philip and Rex want to do. Me and Charlie are there. We're allied forces, and we're there to support them. So yeah, I mean, it's been an amazing run with the guys. So yeah, whenever they want to go out and honor Dime and Vinny and this amazing thing that Philip and Rex and Dime and Vinny created, it's a beautiful thing. It's like whenever I go out and do Experience Hendrix with Kenny Wayne Sheppard, Eric Johnson, Kingfish, all the guys,
Yeah.
Rich Robinson. Whenever we all go out and honor Jimmy, it's a beautiful thing. You're honoring their greatness. So I that's the way I view it.
Love that, and I love the fact that you're a true player in its sense of the form as well. Doing the Hendrix shows with guys like Kenny Wayne Sheppard. Do you think you'd ever play Crossroads? Or the Crossroads Festival just got announced a couple of days ago with
Yeah, I
Eric
mean,
Clapton.
yeah, why wouldn't I? I think it's all the guys that are on there. I'm friends with a lot of the fellows that are playing there, and I love Eric Clapton. So you know, why if I ever get offered to do it, of course I would.
He's only got a couple left, surely. Hopefully, someone can make that happen. I'd love to see you on stage,
Yeah,
playing
it'd
some
be a lot
blues,
of
playing
fun,
some
man.
licks with those type of guys. It is hard to plan a tour right now, internationally at least. Is there hope though of bringing this record out to Australia? It's been a while since we've seen you.
Yeah, without a doubt. I hope we roll with the Australian chapter, New Zealand chapter, Berserkers would be great. Without a doubt. I mean, that's in the plans for sure. Obviously, we go down there, then we'll go hit, Japan, roll with all the Japanese Berserkers, Black Label Berserkers, and have a great time. Why not?
Yeah, especially Japan. They're still buying records over there too. Not many people in the world buying records like the way the Japanese do. Hey, bucket list projects, mate. Last book released 2013. Do you think there's something like that else in you? Maybe a podcast? Like you can fucking talk, bro. I reckon you could be doing this on this side just quietly.
Oh, me and JD were doing it for a little bit, but then it's just like between the tour and everything, it's just crazy, trying to fit it in and everything like that. So, but yeah, whenever me and JD have had breaks, we do the podcast, and obviously you get guests on and everything like that. Whether it's any of our musician friends, wrestler friends, athletes, actors, whatever, anybody that does anything, So yeah, whenever we do, me and JD were doing the Wild Goose podcast. It was always fun.
Hey, back to the very beginning for you, cataclysmic moments that maybe made you a musician. What do you think were the things that made you want to pick up a guitar as a young fellow? Were
Well,
your
actually, I
parents
mean, the
music?
power of music. The first thing I saw that actually gave me chills, and I was like, "Wow!" I saw Elton John on the Sonny and Cher show playing "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds." You can Google it up, but he was on stage. It was 1975, and actually, surreal moment as well. Me and Barbara Ann, we renewed our wedding vows, which we always do all the time. But like, Mom and Oz were there, and we went and saw Elton John afterwards. And because obviously Mom is friends with Elton and Ozzy, they we went backstage and met him. And I brought this book that my mom and dad got me when I was like, it was an Elton John book from like 1975, 76 or something like that. And Elton was like, "Oh, well, I remember when this book came out. It was one of the first books we did or whatever." And then, but he actually signed it for me. I still had it since I
Amazing.
was 8 years old. Yeah, so that was pretty surreal as well.
Amazing. Have you've encountered him since?
Yes, obviously when we were at Ozzy's funeral, so Elton was there.
Zakk, it's a pleasure to chat to you, mate. And I'm sorry my brain's just waking up this morning, but I reckon we're getting through it all right.
That's all good, man.
Mate, I want to round out with this one. I know you love your coffee, and I know you love hitting the gym. And what's something we don't know about you?
um, well, I guess it's my love for Diana Ross and costume changes in between the shows. So that's why I'm thrilled to be doing Zakk Sabbath and Black Label, because that just means more. I get to go into more kilt again mode. I have to shave my legs in between the sets because my hair on my legs grows back, kind of like it looks like my beard on my legs. So I have to shave them in between shows. But aside of that, I'm looking forward to each night. Do a little Zakk Sabbath and Black Label.
You are a hairy Wookiee, mate. Love the fact that you're rocking a kilt, but I don't want to visualize that too much because it's a long day ahead, you know. So, mate, a pleasure to see your face and chat to you again. It's been many, many years, but look, good luck for the success of this record for the rest of the tour in Canada, and hopefully the world can settle down and we'll see you in Australia again real soon, brother.
Yeah, without a doubt, my brother. We'll just tell all the Australian Black Label berserkers to stay strong, keep bleeding Black Label, and God bless them. We'll see you guys soon.